moment. All it takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focus, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye. They remember you for. They're calling your name. Go and take what's yours. It's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment.
Oh yeah, they were all like made.
Rise up, you give it all that you got and you rise up. All the stories that tell about the champion who came from the crown. Are you ready to carry it now? Going full speed, never stop, never quit. You're the only one you got to convince that nothing's too far out of your reach. 'Cause all you are is what you believe. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment.
Afternoon, evening, I don't even know. I'm tired. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Rocket League for SAGU Esports. My name is Watto, and I'm joined today here by Blackjack. Today, we have our very own SAGU Lions going off against Post-University Eagles. Our SAGU Lions are
4-1.
4-1. So, week 6, hoping to maybe end at 5-1 right now. So we already made it to the playoffs last week, getting that 4th win. So we're looking for placement at this point. We're looking for what seed we get, which the higher the seed we get, the better the game's going to be.
Yeah.
So you're on the Rocket League team though.
I am.
So I mean I was on last year, but you get to practice with this team every week.
Yeah.
You get to watch them play every week. What do you expect from this game tonight?
I think, especially this game this past week, we've worked a lot on passing plays. So I'm expecting to see our Lions go crazy with some crazy clips and passing plays.
Good. I love watching passing plays in Rocket League.
It's so nice.
It's so nice, especially when you hit one. Like you spend all the work working on it, and you
yes.
finally do a good one because it's the positioning. It's not just one simple thing of I hit the ball forward and you just happen to be there.
Yeah.
Your positioning has to be there because I mean in reality a lot of the passing plays are low key risky.
Yeah.
Because I mean let's put in the spectate. You're good. You're kind of just waiting for that those moments and stuff. You're waiting. I kind of just zoned out right now. I forgot.
No,
what I'm
you're
talking
good. I was
about.
distracted by them joining the game. All
Yeah,
right.
they just
Looks
joined
like
the game,
we're jumping
so
in.
We're gonna jump in real quick.
Alrighty. We got Jetter, Hood, and Kyle against Warda, Nasmith, and Karamit. Karamit going off the ceiling. Jet popping it up. Looks like he's going for a little bit of a solo play. Warda steals it. Hood catches it. Looks like they're going to try and go for some here. Hood with the flick. 50s. Jet goes up. Clashes with Warda. Kyle's going to have to clear here. Clears it straight to Nasmith. Ooh, Nasmith hits it over Hood and Kyle. Looks like they double committed there. Hood's going up. Going for a solo play off the roof. Messes it up. Jet with a dunk to save a goal. Kyle with an easy save. Making it look nice. Kyle flicking it around. Werda goes for the solo play, saved by Karamik. Hood back with 34 boost. Jet pops it up to himself. Looks like he's going for another little pass play, but it's stolen by Nasmith. Kyle hits the wall. Little miscommunication from SAGU there as Hood hits it to Crazy Kyle. Looks like Hood's about to go for his save. Fakes out Nasmith, but hits it right to Werda. Jet clears it out to the side.
Looks like Kyle's going to look to take control here. Clears it towards the post University's half. Hood's there with the redirect off the corner. Just going to look to take a shot here. Hits it a little soft. Karamik's there to save it. Kyle's up. Looks for a shot on net again, but Nasmith is there. But it gets the demo, making this a 3v2 in SAGU's favor. Ball's going to go above the net. Werda's going to be able to take a little bit of control here. Challenge from Hood. Sits in this post University's corner. Kyle misses. No one back on SAGU to protect the net right now. Karamik's going to look for a pass towards mid. He does. He gets it to Nasmith.
Nasmith puts it in.
Nasmith scores.
Definitely a good little play by there. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication, maybe a mess up. Jet was too far forward.
Jet
They
looked
just
like
took it down
SAGU
the
was
line.
trying to get that aggressiveness
Yeah.
started early and maybe pushed up a little too far in the instance, leaving Jet last man back after they beat both Kyle and Hood, leaving that net open. As we go back, it's 3 minutes left in this game. Coast University
early
leads
demo.
1-0.
With the 50-50s it in the middle of Kyle. Karamik hits it right back. Karamik going forward off the ceiling. Werda's going up for it. Crazy Kyle needs to take possession here, but he doesn't, and then he gets bumped. Wide open for Nasmith to take it down the side. Hood flicks it up. Werda's last man back, hits it off the corner to Nasmith. Nasmith with a flick backwards. That was crazy. Kyle taking it. Hood hits it, but it pinches off the wall. Open shot for Nasmith. Nobody's back again. Hood with the save. Flicks it to Kyle. There's the passing plays we were talking about before the game. Kyle with a bump. Hood with a 50 going off the sidewall. Kyle meets it up. Werda pings it off the corner. Jet sets it down to Hood, but miscommunication again as Hood goes backwards. Crazy Kyle staying off the wall. Hood makes the easy save straight to Werda. Miscommunication.
Werda's going to take a shot here. Kyle's there for the save. Looks for Jet on the transition. Ball's floating in midfield right now. Nasmith is up. Beats Hood. It's going to be off the backboard. Hood misses. Jet's there to get the clear to their corner. Nasmith is looking to take control here. Maybe looking for a passing play to Werda. Werda's there off the backboard. Hood stops that double touch from happening. Karamik keeps it on SAGU's half. Jet off the wall. Looking for a pass. Werda's there. Crazy Kyle's going to take control of this. Maybe look for a pass. He misses. Jet's going to try to pop it up. Nasmith off the ceiling. Doesn't get it past Kyle. Kyle looking for double. He gets it in. Ball's hit the corner. It went post out.
Unlucky shot by Kyle as Karamik hits it back. Going for it. And Hood is bumped. Last man back. Jet with the save on the goal line as Werda takes it back to his own goal. And SAGU ties it 1-1 with 58 seconds left in game one.
What? Honestly, almost a great play from Post University. Or going for that bump play. Noticing that Hood was the only one back. Gets the bump on Hood, but Jet's there just in time to save it. Allowing Hood to make that pressure towards the Post University's half. And honestly, it's such a great game right now. I mean, 50 seconds left in this game. It's 1-1. Yeah. We love to see these type of games. They're so much fun to watch. One of the things that I've noticed, though, is that anytime that either SAGU or Post has scored the one goal each has been because the other team has been too aggressive trying to make this a bigger ball game. But as we get back into this game, Jet and Kyle kind of miscommunicate. Hood's going to look to take control of this in the corner. Werda goes for a demo on Jet, leaving this at 3v2 in Post's favor. Just gets the block, looking to still take control. Doesn't get it past Werda. Off SAGU's backboard. One bumped. Karamik takes a high shot. Kyle's there for a save.
Crazy save by Kyle. Nasmith hitting it straight to Jet in the middle. See if Jet can make something happen here at the end of game one. Kyle shot on net, saved by Werda, but it's popped up. Another double commit by either team. Ball hits, and it's still up. It rode the wall, and now we're in overtime of game 1.
What a dangerous roll up for SAGU on that corner, almost getting in front of their net. Hood was there and just how did that drop that ball down.
We're going for a solo play. Almost works out as Hood saves it, and now he's bringing it down the field himself. Jet with the clear. Going down the sideline. Is somebody there to finish? No, as Warda clears it. Hood pops up to himself. Going for a solo pass into the middle. Nasmith clears it all the way back to SAGU's corner. Jet's going to have to clear it here. 50 to the right side as Kyle follows. Hood taking it up the field.
Hood gets a flick past 2 of them. Nasmith's there for the save. Kirmik's up, going to look for a solo play here. Gets Kyle's there to block that shot or any play from Kirmik. Nasmith is up, gets a pinch off the wall, looking to follow this. Pre-flip into it. Hood's there for the save. But wins the 50 as well. Ball is now sitting on Post University half, but Kirmik says no and decides to bang it back towards SAGU's half. Hood's going to look for a ceiling play here. Off the ceiling, takes a ceiling shot. Kirmik and Werder were both there for the save. That's going to look for a pass down towards Kyle. Kyle's just a little off.
Nasmith by himself going down the left side. Hits it to Kirmik. Kirmik. Oh, and Kyle just couldn't get around it enough. Post University takes the game 2-1 in overtime.
Looks like maybe a little unfortunate bump on Jet or Hood from their own teammate. Honestly, a great first game. This is, at this point, it's come to the season where there's 2 weeks left because we only have 8 weeks of ECAC. But if you pay attention, you can definitely notice that these are a lot better. It's a lot better of a game than we have been playing for the last 5 weeks.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
sure.
you've gotten to the point where the way ECAC works is the teams that have the same record will be playing against each other. So the Post Eagles are also 4-1. So whoever wins this game gets the better seeding, plays the better teams though. And one thing I do know is that SAGU has been looking for more of a challenge, Post has definitely put that on them on this first game. Usually SAGU is pretty good about taking this first game dub. But I mean, it was a great game. Love to see this. Close game. So, I mean, honestly, in this first game, I don't think anything can be changed. I mean, they both did a really good job. I think maybe SAGU needs to work on positioning a little bit more on this.
Yeah.
Understanding that it's okay to be aggressive, but being aggressive at what cost? Costed them a goal 2 times, I think. 2 times, I think. It's whatever Hudson was saying. But I mean, as we can see, definitely was costing them a little bit of some goals there.
Yeah.
With being a little too aggressive. But again, as we've seen SAGU do plenty of times, first game's always iffy. They honestly always put that first game to try to get the feel of their opponent. And as we get into game 2, Post University leads 1-0 to the series. It's like Kyle's gonna. Well, Werder wins the 50 against Kyle as it's floating towards SAGU's goal. Kyle gets that clear. It's like Nasmith's gonna pop the ball over one. Kirmik's gonna look to take a shot off wide. Kyle's gonna get a clear past one. Gets demoed by Kirmik, but then Jet and Kirmik trade demos here. Ball's on the post half. Jet's last man back. Keeps the ball in midfield, try to keep this attacking pressure from SAGU on. Jet wins the challenge. Keeps it midfield. Word is there to keep this ball off of their side. Ball's floating up. Kyle's there for the clear. Looking for a solo play. Nasmith wins the challenge. Puts there for a clear. Pops it up. Nasmith is there. He's going to drop it down to a pass towards Kirmik. Oh, falling in front of the ball. Blocked his own teammate. Word is there. Keeps this ball in midfield. Hood's there. Wins the challenge. Kyle's there. Takes a shot. It's wide.
Oh, unfortunate shot by Kyle. As Hood takes it, tries to go for a bounce play. Kyle flicks up to himself, hits it to Jet. Jet looks like, Kyle's going for it here, and misses again. Definitely something that was really costing them a lot of plays in the first game was the amount of double commits that they had. As they leave the goal wide open, but Nasmith also misses and hits it off the crossbar. Looks like the goal's not wanting to be scored into there by either team. 3.5
minutes left in this game, and it's looking just like this first game. Both teams applying offensive pressure, but both teams also doing a great job of defense, keeping this ball outside of their net. As I say something, we love Caster's curse. Happens every time. But Post was able to thread the needle and find the gap in SAGU's defense within this first minute and a half of the game. Post is up 1-0 again, but there's plenty of time in this game for SAGU to make a comeback and take the lead.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely one thing that they need to do is clear the ball keep it on their side of the field, because definitely one thing that Post struggled with in the first game was when they were under pressure, they were unable to get it out of their side. As Nasmith slots it top corner.
But it was definitely an unfortunate, well, it was a beautiful shot from Nasmith.
Yeah.
It was just the unfortunate placement on Kyle's part, because it was probably the one part of the goal he couldn't cover. 3 minutes into this game, or 2 minutes into this game, and Post is currently up 2-0.
With all three SAGU players in the same corner, Hood takes it above his goal. Looks like he's following it, trying to clear it here, trying to start the offense over Karamik. Jet pings it off the wall. Hood's there to flick it up. Nasmith has nothing to do but hit it to his own corner. As three people miss the ball, and Kyle looks like it's a one-on-one here. Hood with the bump. Can he put it in? And yes, he does.
Nasmith got the save on that as well. Kyle just bodied him. Nasmith I think Nasmith maybe barely got bumped from Hood.
Yeah.
But had to still pre-flip and hope Kyle was going to shoot what he did. And he did. But as a game of physics, as Rocket League is, the ball takes the least path of resistance, and Kyle just had the right angle for that to go in. Hood's going to take control of this. He gets it past one, but Nasmith is there. He's going to hit this off of SAGU's backboard. Werda takes a shot. The ball is just floating in front of SAGU's net. Great save, I think that was from Jet, maybe. Yeah, from Jet. Great block from Jet. Unfortunately, all of SAGU's players were away from the net, and Nasmith was able, I think it was Nasmith.
Yeah.
They were able to just sneak another shot in.
Yeah, it looked like Kyle and Hood miscommunicated on who was going for that second save. And like you said, it left the goal wide open. It's crazy. Kyle gets a demo, but Nasmith's able to clear it down the right side. Kyle flicking it off his own ceiling as Jet's up. Can he block it? No, it's hit wide. Karamik with the bump on Hood as Nasmith's able to take a shot on net. Nasmith clearing it to Werda. Werda with a shot and puts it in 4-1 Post University.
Another shot from Werda, making this. Post is taking the game at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 2 minutes left in this game. There's still plenty of time for SAGU to come back. But I mean, honestly, as a TC or as the IGL in this situation, you either full send this and try to make that comeback. And honestly, I think they can. I think you make the decision to start playing. Honestly, they start playing more as a team.
Yeah.
They're kind of trying to solo too many things here and play for themselves. Which Post was playing for themselves that first game, but they've done a really good job of making sure that they're playing together and getting those bump plays or getting those demo plays, and even getting some of these passing plays going on. Jet follows up.
There we go. Let's hope this can start the ball rolling. That way they're able to make a comeback. But definitely one thing that separated Post from SAGU so far this game is Post quickly warmed up and they stopped double committing as often, to where SAGU, as we've seen, pretty much all 4 goals came for Post University.
Jet takes another shot. Jet scores again off the kickoff. This is what you needed. You needed these two quick goals. Honestly, you needed that first goal to make this more of a closer game.
Yeah.
Because 3 goals in Rocket League is a big enough lead where you can just sit back and control the ball and keep it away from the other team.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's 3-4 right now, which means SAGU can kind of take a breath, focus on their gameplay, focus on what they're good at.
As Nasmith slots in to make it 3-5.
As Kyle gets a little bit of a mistouch towards mid. I mean, I can see the play there looking for Jet, but a little risky to do that in front of your net.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a 3-4 ball game. Post University scored again. leading this into a 5-3. They're up by 2. Minute left in this game. Still plenty of time for SAGU to come back. We just hope that SAGU can make sure that they're capitalizing on these mistakes and cutting down their own.
Yeah. But see, that's the crazy thing about this game is we saw in, 5 seconds, SAGU was able to go from 4-1 down to 4-3. And just as quickly, Post came around to make it 5-3. And now it's 6-3.
Great.
Unfortunate.
Great offensive pressure from Post here. They're doing their job.
Yeah.
SAGU seems like they're getting a little flustered here. They're getting a little flustered because these positionings are a little off for SAGU here. Looks like they're all trying to. Kyle goes for the demo, looking to maybe get another one. Hood pops it, Jets there. This is an unseen game here. They lose the first game 2-1, which is a very low scoring game.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, there's already been 10 goals scored. Honestly, the way that things are playing out right now in this last minute and a half of this game, we're probably going to see maybe 2 or 3 more goals here.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully we can see 3 goals from SAGU, putting them into a 7-6 victory here, but 30 seconds left in the game. SAGU is down by 2 goals. They need to make something happen here fast if they want to still have some hope in staying in this game.
With the flick back to the corners, Nasmith clears it off his backboard. Kyle going up, trying to see if he can do something with 0 boost. Nasmith misses. Jet has 25. A little bump from Hood on the Jet. Nasmith clears it down. Is somebody there to save it? Hood is, as he pings it up, but looks like this game looked like it would be way over from the start, but we had a little spark from SAGU trying to bring it back, but Post quickly turned it back around.
Post definitely did quickly turn this back around. SAGU looked like they were able to make some movements here, but as we can see, Nasmith, 4 goals and 5 shots. He was hitting them. He was doing what he needed to do for his team. He was able to put these in.
Yeah, but it was the same thing as the first game. Most of Post's goals came from double commits or off of the second shot. A good amount of times, especially in the first game, a lot of back-to-back shots by Post University because SAGU would make a save, but nobody would be there to make the second save.
Definitely was something that we could see in this game.
Yeah.
Post made sure that there was always a second person there to make sure that shot went in. Honestly, SAGU's they're still in this game. They're still in the series.
Yeah.
Although Post may lead up 2-0 right now, I honestly think SAGU's as good as this team and can take games. I'm honestly thinking that this may go to a Game 7. This looks like a Game 7 type of series. Both of these teams are definitely good at the game they play, which you always love to see. But I think honestly, this third game, SAGU needs to be focusing on this.
Yeah.
Honestly, on their positioning. Maybe let Post attack and let them make their own mistakes and play off those mistakes. Because unfortunately, as we could see in this last game, they both made mistakes, but Post made sure to capitalize on those mistakes earlier.
Yeah.
So I think if SAGU can capitalize on these mistakes earlier, start playing more as a team, looking for those passing plays, looking for those bump plays as well, we can definitely see a different ball game from SAGU here.
Yeah. Definitely one thing SAGU has to do is when they do clear it for a save, make sure to clear it to the corners. A lot of times they were clearing it directly back into the middle. For example, that save right there went right back to one of the players as Nasmith gets the demo for the easy goal and shot by Caramel.
And sometimes, in that situation, Hood didn't have any other place to clear it.
Yeah.
He was being challenged from the front, so he had to clear it back. But that needs to be a positioning from SAGU's standpoint. Make sure someone's there to follow and communicate where he's hitting it. He's got to make sure that his team knows he's going to be clearing it back towards the middle. We go into this 4.5 minutes left in this game. Post is up 1-0 once again.
Missed save by Hood. Warda puts him up 2-0.
It's just an unfortunate miss from Hood there. He had the read. He saw the ball. Maybe just ran a little low on boost there. Looked a little too low. But again, we got 4 minutes left in this game. SAGU's down 2 goals. We saw last game. It only took maybe 15-20 seconds and SAGU scored 2 goals. So in the way these teams are playing, definitely we're going to see another high scoring game.
Oh yeah, for sure. SAGU definitely gonna have to bring this one back, as it looks like they're trying to play a little bit more defensively, trying to defend the shots. As Kermit flicks it over Kyle and under Jet for an easy shot, almost saved by Hood, but an easy goal for Kermit nonetheless.
Another good little pop from Kermit to get that past Kyle, and he was able to fake out Jet just a little bit. And honestly, looks like Werda was chasing down Hood. Hood had no other option but just to challenge it. And, who was it? Kermit was just the bigger person at that time.
Yeah.
He was able to put that ball into the lower left corner of SAGU's goal.
Kyle flicks it up. Nobody's there to challenge it while it's in the air. Hood flicks it to the left. Looks like he was going for Kyle, but there was just two post university players there. Hood backs out for Jet to go. Jet has no boost, trying to make a play out of it. Hood hits it to the wall. Looks like he's going for a solo play. Messes up the pass as Kermit clears it all the way across the field into SAGU's half. And now SAGU is the one defending.
Werder makes sure to keep applying this offensive pressure. He's going to go for a challenge against Hood, but Hood wins that, keeping that ball away from SAGU's net. Hood's going to follow this ball up. Kermit gets it past one, gets it past Jet as well. Kyle's last man back. Like Hood with the clear. Kyle misses the other touch he needs. That's there though. Hit towards the corner. Kermit's going to spawn out from in front of their net. Hood gets a pass towards it. Kermit on the backboard. Jet's there, top left corner. SAGU finds their first goal of this game with 2.5 minutes left in this. Well, with 2.5 minutes left in this game, SAGU finds their first goal. But Coast University still leads 3-1.
Yeah. And definitely, I mean, Jet showed up last game. He had 3 goals on 4 shots last game. Ultimately, they couldn't finish the comeback, but it gave him a good little boost. Hopefully, he can do something like that again this game.
Hood with 0 boost, trying to make sure that ball does not stay in front of their goal, as it has been, resulting in. Well, unfortunately, Hood was left with 0 boost from the kickoff. And being that last man back, that 0 boost is a very unfortunate situation, because Werda can just challenge the ball high, and
yeah,
we can see what happens there. Ball finds its way to the back of the net.
4-1 Post University with 2.5 minutes left. Hood has it on SAGU's half. 56 boost, 50 by Kermit. Jet with the clear. Looks like Hood's controller may have DC. Jet with the save. Looks like he's going to flick it back to Nasmith. Nasmith pops it over Jet. Can Kyle make the save? Yes, he does. Jet's catching it, taking up wall, but he's demoed by Nasmith. Kermit going for the shot. Almost hits it in the top corner, as Jet's having to do a risky play and going across his goal to clear it.
Nasmith hit the ball towards mid. Jet's there. Challenge is going to end up back in front of Post's net, but Werda's there to stop it. Nasmith was with a redirect towards midfield. Jet stops the ball. Werda with the challenge, wins the 50 against Hood. I was going to look to take control of this off the ceiling. Looks to pass towards Hood. Hood is up in the corner. SAGU finds their second goal of the game today.
What a passing play. Definitely something that looks like they've been trying to finish the passing play.
They've been trying to find this for the last 3 games. They've just finally been able to be successful about that. And unfortunately with these situations, they're down 2-0 in the series and they're down 4-2 in this game. That needs to be a morale booster for them in this moment.
Yeah.
I mean, you may be down 4-2, but you're still in this game.
Yeah.
Right? You're not. This isn't a blowout. As Hood follows, cutting off. I think that was Jet. They were cutting off Jet.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, Jet definitely had the shot there. They both had the shot. But well, I don't know. I think if Hood didn't cut off there, they may have saved Jet's shot.
Yeah.
So I mean, good call from Hood, but again, a little risky because they were all 3 on that post's half. I mean, if they would have won that challenge or gotten anything,
it would have
been that would have been another goal from on post. Kyle there with the save.
Werda flicks it straight to Kyle. Kyle looking to take it down his own sideline. Hood not able to pressure there on the wall. But now as the ball taking it down, flicks it as Werda's able to clear it off of SAGU's backboard. Kyle avoiding the bump and hitting the ball, but he is out of boost. Jet back. Jet's gonna have to make a save here. He does. He hits it over Kermit. Kyle flicks it down to his own corner. Hood, almost barely got lucky there, but Werda was able to sneak in back post and put it away.
Werda with the close shot. Kind of able to get lucky there with that hit off that post.
Yeah.
I mean, if you played Rocket League, you definitely know those posts, those corners are unreliable. You have no idea. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. But luckily for Werda, it went in. Hood takes
able to put it away off the wall.
Hood finds a snipe off the side wall. Finds the back of post net. Still keeping them within a 1-goal deficit, which is what they need within these last 30 seconds. This 1 goal is doable within these last 30 seconds. We've seen it done before. They've done it with, I mean, although it was 1 minute and 17 left in the game, they still did it within 5 seconds.
Yeah.
As Kyle looks to take control. He gets it past 1.
Misses the flick.
Gets bumped by Werda. Still able to keep on this ball. No one on SAGU's there to be with Kyle. They're both gone. Nasmith with 0 boost, loses the challenge to Hood. Werda's going to take a clear towards SAGU's half. Kyle pops it up. Airmix says, no, we're going to keep this on your half. Hood's there. Kyle's going to look to take control of this 3 boost, though. He can't do much. Nasmith is there. Ball's going to have to stay up. All of them, everyone on SAGU looked to be low on boost.
Yeah.
On these last 30 seconds. They all were searching for that boost.
Yeah.
Which is definitely an unfortunate situation.
Post definitely choking him out without giving him any boost. Able to, like you said, probably most of the time we were watching SAGU play, they were really low on boost. They just weren't able to. They looked like Post was taking most, if not almost all, of the big pads in the corners, leaving SAGU with the pennies, which are sometimes can be more out of your way than the big boosts on the map.
Especially in some situations when maybe the big boost was on the rotation you were taking back, but that penny that was in front of the, especially the pennies that happen to be in front of the net, are always empty.
Yeah.
They're never there. And especially when you need them, they're never there. So, I mean, Post 1, Game 3, it is a best of 7 for this season. ECAC updated it. Instead of a best of 5, we get best of 7s, which is lucky for SAGU. But unfortunate for Post University if we decide to make a comeback.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd love to see a Game 7. I'd love to see a reverse sweep from SAGU.
For sure. Last week we went to a Game 7. Very, very nerve-wracking.
Very nerve-wracking.
But they were able to pull it out. So
get started in this Game 4. But we just need to, I mean, honestly, for SAGU's here, I think one thing that maybe needs to be focused on is definitely watching for those bumps and capitalizing on the mistakes, like we said.
Exactly.
Post is a little too comfortable in these situations. They may have won the first 3 games, but it doesn't mean you've won the series, the whole series. I mean, it's a best of 7, like we said. There's still 4 more games left, and SAGU is showing that they're not going to quit. They still got fight left.
Definitely, and something that Post needs to take into account is a lot of the games, a lot of shots by Kyle were just barely wide enough to hit the post. If he starts clicking, it could be very dangerous for Post University going into potentially the next 4 games if SAGU's able to complete the comeback.
It is, because Kyle is definitely one of the strikers on this SAGU roster. I mean, he loves to take these shots. I mean, we play private customs with him all the time, and he loves to take the weird shots. He loves to go for these flip resets. So hopefully we can see Kyle kind of start getting comfortable and kind of starting to find his groove against this Post University Post University team. And I think one thing is SAGU needs to notice who's going to be getting hot. I mean, Kyle scored this first goal. Start feeding Kyle.
Yeah.
The moment Kyle can't be fed anymore, you start giving it to someone else. But Kiermick decided to answer back to Kyle's early shot, which is definitely an unfortunate thing about Rocket League. There's 5 minutes in an entire game. That early shot almost doesn't mean much most of the time because there's so much time to score that other one. But as Kiermick finds Post University's first goal of this game, it's still
on target.
Still only 1-1.
Yeah. Only 1-1, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Hood clears it down the middle. Jet trying to take it up the side, but wasn't able to land on that boost. The goal is wide open as Warda misses, but Jet, assuming he's going to hit it, can't put it away. Kermit with the flick over Kyle as Warda tries to ping it back to Sagu's side.
Hood was just a little high on that shot. Kyle, being the smart player here, waited back in that midfield to make sure in case there was that big clear he can get back, which is just an unfortunate thing because it's almost, you got to choose one or the other. You either got to be ready for defense or you got to full commit to offense, because in a situation, I think, in these other 3 games, the way that SAGU's been positioning, Kyle would have been there for that follow-up. But this is game 4, and this is this final decision to see if, at this point, they're playing sudden death. This is sudden death, so you want to be careful here. As the ball stays on this post half, Jet and Kermit go for a challenge. It's back to post's corner. Kyle's there, gets it past 1. Still sitting on post University's corner here. Kermit's going to look to take control here. Hood with a demo. Oh, Hood gets demoed. Kind of acts as a smoke green here. Jet with low boost. Kyle's there to follow up. Going to try to go for another challenge here. Hood's last man back.
This is a 2v1 right now. Kermit hits it to Warda.
Notices.
What a save by Hood. Can Jet clear it out? Yes, he can. Second shot.
Kyle's there for the second save.
And that's what SAGU's needed. They needed that second save to be able to hit it back to Post University's side for them to start an attack. As Kyle flicks it to the corner, out of boost, sees if he can 50, but Hood is there. As it's wide open in the back, and Jet is just able to make it fast enough for them to be able to save it and keep from going down 2-1.
It's going to look to pop this up, but Nasmith is there, taking control of himself. Nasmith wins the challenge against Jet. Kyle's there to pop it up, take a solo play, put this ball into Post University's half. Jet's there. He's looking for a pass off the ceiling towards someone on SAGU, but both Hood and Kyle are sitting back on defense here. Kyle wins the challenge against Nasmith. Ball's up. Kyle clears it towards Post University half, looking for a double touch, just a little low. But it's there. He misses. Jet's there. He's off the wall. He goes up, looking to follow this shot. Good. Ball's floating towards midfield. Warda gets the ball onto SAGU's half. Just got to look for a big clear here. Nasmith is there to keep this ball, put this ball in front of SAGU's net. No one was there on Post University side though to follow that. Ball's floating. Jet gets the pop, gets a doink up.
Saved by Jet, but it's just not enough. Nasmith slams it in over top of Jet.
Unfortunate positioning from Jet. Ball was floating there off that challenge, which is sometimes what you want, but he wasn't in that position to get that proper clear. And he did his job, but unfortunately Nasmith was just there to follow that up.
Yeah. Or not Nasmith, Post University doing very good on the offense this game. SAGU having some nice defensive plays.
Sneak it in. Hood goes for a
bumps Kyle.
A little miscommunication there. Low on boost. I think SAGU's got to make sure is that they're keeping level heads here, making sure they're still playing as a team. I mean, it may be you can have some solo plays in Rocket League, but at the end of the day, this is still a 3v3.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're playing with your team here. Nasmith beats Kyle. 10 seconds left in this game. Kyle's going to go for a bang.
Is it just
it's crossbar
enough? It's
down?
Not. Hood's not
Nasmith
able to
with
pop
the challenge.
It
Ball's on the ground. Jet keeps it up. The moment the ball hits the ground, this game is over, but SAGU is doing everything they can to keep it up.
Post University takes it 4-0.
That is game for SAGU. What was that? Well, yeah, 4-0 Post University. Just a few unfortunate turn of events for SAGU.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, looking at that game, SAGU, there was a few mistakes on both sides. I think Post University was able to do a little bit better on making sure that second guy was always there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, SAGU just never had the second guy.
Yeah. Definitely probably most of Post University's shots came from that second shot, like we were talking about early, and they took a whole huge advantage of it in the second game, and they were able to push that into the next two games, game 3 and 4, and they were able to come out on top. SAGU looked like they were playing a little bit too defensively, to where they'd send that one person up, that one person would do something, beat the defender, and he'd tap it and flick it into the middle, but both of the other SAGU players would be in the defensive half.
Made a slight technical error. You got to join back. Yeah, we made a slight technical. Accidentally camera out.
There we go.
Ooh. There we go. Just definitely some unfortunate turn of events for SAGU. Hello.
Hello.
We're good. We're good. Gotta love some technical errors. Honestly, there's nothing. Well, not nothing, but there's all. It isn't a SAGU typical stream without some kind of technical problem happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just definitely some unfortunate events on SAGU's half. I mean, we were looking at it, and there was a few moments where, I mean, it looked like we had our chances, and we did have our chances, but sometimes it almost seemed like Post was always there. They always had that second man, and the thing is, every time we scored, we were able to get it past that second man. But anytime Post scored, majority of the time, that was the second man. Our second man wasn't there that we needed for saves.
Yeah.
And it was like we were playing. I mean, again, SAGU still played a great game. They still, I mean, this is what practice is for. You got to watch these games back. You got to figure out what you did wrong. Because Post was definitely a beatable team. I mean, I've seen SAGU play harder teams than that. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter if you played harder teams. Whatever team plays the best in that one moment.
Yeah.
Post University was able to play their best at that one moment.
Yeah, but definitely there's definitely a lot from both a team and a personal point of view to look at this game, to be able to learn from. Definitely going to be diving into film from this game to dissect and just look at the obvious errors that were made. But besides that, despite losing 4-0, the games themselves were relatively close in terms of score-wise. The first one was 2-1 in overtime. The next game, I believe, was 6-4.
6-4.
And then we had...
It was 5-4.
5-4.
The
and
third
then
game.
2-1.
2-1. I mean, still very close games. There was never even though I think at one point, majority of the time, Post was leading up by 3 goals.
Yeah.
At some times, but SAGU always came back, and they always made it a 1-goal deficit, which is definitely, it probably hurts a little more sometimes. Because that means they weren't really overpowering you. They weren't that overpowering team that just shut you down and said, you can't score, and we know that. We're going to go. I mean, like last year, for anyone that watched last year, SAGU Lions played off against the Ball State. And Ball State would play in scarabs against us because, I mean, they knew. Yeah. Right? And that's the difference, is they knew that they were an overpowering team. But, I mean, losing by that 1 goal just means that there was some miscommunications there. And it wasn't we were supposed to lose this. It was no, it wasn't we were supposed to lose this, but it was more of we made mistakes.
Yeah.
That's why we lost this. Which honestly hurts a little more sometimes, because those games could have been better. You could have played better. But at the end of the day, you still lost.
Yeah.
And this game's over. But for SAGU Lions, I know Kyle's gonna watch this later.
Oh, for sure. Kyle's gonna
watch this probably tonight. But just a heads up that this game's over. You're still making the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're 4-2 right now. Still got 2 more weeks. Focus on that next week. That next week needs to be once this game's over, that next week is now in mind.
Yeah.
And then once that next week ends, next week is in mind. Then you got playoffs you got to worry about. But you already did your job by securing playoffs. And now these games, not that they don't matter, but they really don't matter.
Yeah.
And you're kind of gaining insight on the competition you're going to face at this point.
Yeah. And it's another thing, looking at this film, like I was saying, there were some pretty obvious errors by SAGU, and you combine that with how close the games still were. if you fix those common huge errors, you could completely turn this around. It could have been 4-0 SAGU if they would have just fixed those simple things. One thing was not trying to play so solo based.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
And we'd love to see you tomorrow. We have our Halo team playing tomorrow. I think we do actually. I'm actually not sure. I don't know. Why? Because they usually play on Thursday, but had a double header. Actually, no, they do play today or tomorrow. They do play tomorrow. So tomorrow, our Fortnite team and our Halo team will both be playing. Tomorrow will be Halo will be streamed tomorrow, so we'd love to see y'all out there. If you haven't, our socials are at the bottom of this page right here. Go follow us on at SAGU Esports on Instagram, SAGU Esports on YouTube and Twitter. We'd love to see you there. We'd love for you to follow us and get those notifications whenever we're live.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because we'd love to see the support and we'd love to see y'all in chat. But I hope everyone has a great night today. Thank you for joining us.